Well,
Hey, good morning, everybody.
it's the three of us. And guess what? We're sitting together looking at each other and laughing.
You'd never guess.
Oh my goodness. So when we were in Disney World together.
Tell the story.
Yeah, of course I have to tell the story. I love a story. When we were together in Disney World, every single PhotoPass photographer that we saw was like, okay, now look at each other and laugh. And we were like, okay. What are we laughing at?
If you just, Christy and MK, if you just turn your faces towards me, we can reenact it. Other way. You're mirrored. Look the other way. There. Nope. Christy, turn your head the other way. Perfect. Okay, I hope everyone had a fabulous Christmas. And now that Christmas is over, you know what it's time for? Summer.
Nobody to know what day it is for the remaining week of the year.
It's time for summer now. So
and sugar comas.
Oh my gosh. Yesterday I thought I was gonna pass out in the Staples because I had consumed so much sugar over the last few days. My body was like, girl, stop. Then I came home and ate a snickerdoodle. So
that sounds right.
It was like the last one that I had to get rid of it, you know?
Yeah, we ended up throwing away cinnamon rolls because there was just so much sugar in the house that I was like, if I continue to do this on Zepbound, I'm going to feel like literal death. And so we had like a ceremony. My mother-in-law did in the middle of the kitchen. It was delightful. And then Walt was like, I found cinnamon roll crumbs on the ground. I'm going to eat them. And we were like, that's fine. But we had a ceremony for the cinnamon rolls.
I tried to make gluten-free, those little Christmas tree cakes, like snack cakes, you know what I'm talking about? And it was not a good choice. They did not come out well at all.
Oh, that's...
But really I tried.
You win some, you lose some. So let me ask y'all this. Now that we're getting into the first quarter of the year, it's time to start anew. I want to know one thing that you want to implement in the coming year with your workflow, a client thing, like just one thing. MK?
I don't know if you're going to be prepared for my responses.
I never am. So
that's fine. Also, I told my brother that story. He thought it was hilarious. I think that planning my blogs out more intentionally, and really planning the whole quarter instead of like, what do I want to write about this week? And also using keyword research to really help me determine that. And also like continuing to niche down further. I love.
So are you wanting to focus this on the lead generating side?
Yes and no, because I think blogs are a great way to get new. Blogs are a great way to get new leads in. So I think yes, in terms of that. And with that in mind, focusing on the trip, like the blogging about the trips I want to create, which are Disney adult trips. I love planning them. I think they're so fun. And just really speaking to that audience instead of, I know there's so many families that need family trip help, but also like figuring out how to really niche down and blog to specific audiences about specific things and have very targeted information forward blog posts.
Snaps all around. Christy? We didn't even introduce Christy.
We just assumed our audiences knew her because we love her so much.
This is Christy. I'm sure you saw her in the intro. She finally showed up for us today. Good morning, Christy.
Yeah, I'm not quite a morning person. So moving forward, one of my hopes is to join you more on these morning lives. But what I was going to say was MK and I talk about blogs a lot. And she took some of the words out of my mouth because I too want to get more on the ball about blogging and being intentional with them and putting information out that is actually full of value for people and not just like here's random things that you can Google and find right away, because that's something that kind of annoys me a little bit. So I'm trying to move away from that and being more intentional, but also I really want to be more personal on my pages, more about me, more about probably a lot of book stuff, because if you know me, I'm a big reader and I work at a library and all that. So more books, more of that is coming.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm along the same
What about
lines.
you?
Thank you for asking. So,
You're so welcome.
I'm thinking very similar, and I like writing a blog, but I like to write a blog off of a video. So my goal for the year is to expand the ways that people can work with me as an advisor, which is not only as your travel agent. So there's some people that are just not comfortable using agents. They want that control over their booking, and that's fine. I get it. I am a control freak as well. So, but people still need help. So finding ways to help people with their vacations in the same manner that I would as a traditional advisor, but in ways where people are still in control. And I'm working up here. So many things coming. I worked yesterday with Hunter. Hunter's my husband, but I bounce off ideas off of him all the time because he's just, he's more on the consumer side, and I'm like, how would you work through this? And so we can bounce ideas off of each other in that way.
That's part of why I love going to Disney with people who are more on the consumer side. Like I take my family and I find that I have an on-running, very long Google note when I'm with them. Or, I just insert myself into other people's vacations to assist them.
We know.
We've seen that
I can't help myself.
There's not any animals at Animal Kingdom. Did you know?
Nope. None of them. Not a single one. But I think in terms of Animal Kingdom, I think it's like the unsung hero of the parks. I love Animal Kingdom, but people don't know what's there. And my family half the time is like, well, why are we going to go to Animal Kingdom? I'm like, there's so many things. But yeah, just helping people understand that I think is important.
Yes, I love it. Speaking of Animal Kingdom, my brother was there yesterday and he called me and said that he had just rode Flight of Passage. Of course, he didn't call it Flight of Passage, but he didn't know the name of it. And he said, I'm not riding that again. And I said, did it make you sick? He said, I'm sweating through my t-shirt.
And it is December. Yeah, that is not a fave for me, if I'm honest. The smells are great. I think I love like any scent focused ride, but I can't do it.
Yeah, I love it. And I continue to do it, but I get very queasy on it. So. Okay.
What?
You've never rode Flight of Passage, Christy?
No, because every time I've been there, I've only had like a couple hours in Animal Kingdom, and the line's always super duper long, and I've never ridden it.
Next time we go, we're spending a whole day at Animal Kingdom, Christy.
Yeah, I'm like gonna make a sticky note right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
That's literally
on FOP.
Yep.
We will go, me and Hunter and Bo will go to Animal Kingdom. We will get there early park entry and we will leave when it closes. We are there all day long. It's our favorite.
I think Animal Kingdom, like, I don't necessarily always need a full day there. But I love the fact that Animal Kingdom opens so early and also closes early, because it's a great one to be able to hop from other parks. Like so Josh and I sometimes will go for New Year's, and I love going for New Year's because you can really maximize your park time on New Year's. So like we'll start at Animal Kingdom at rope drop and then just like hop and do 4 parks one day. And that's a great way to do it because it's such a long park day with 2 parks being open past midnight. So great time.
True. Okay, well, I know it's the Friday after Christmas and that really weird limbo time between Christmas and New Year's, but what are we working on today in our businesses?
Goals. Like setting them, not just like, I'm working on my goals. That would be silly to tell you guys. You know that already. That's like literally the point of a job. But yeah, working on goal setting, and I have to break everything into bite-sized pieces or I get super overwhelmed. So like each blog, research for the blog, outline the blog, write the blog, put the blog in the website, post the blog, make the Tailwind Pinterest pins for the blog. So just finding time to do all of that. You guys?
Christy too?
I am working on sort of similar, just trying to figure out what blogs I want to write, what I can get started on. And then I have some ready to go already. So making like the infographics for them, and hopefully finally finishing some Pinterest pins, because that's been on my to-do list for a million years, I feel like. So 2025 is the Pinterest year.
The year of Pinterest.
The year of Pinterest.
I just love Tailwind, which I'm happy to.
Tailwind, but I need help, so I'm coming to you.
Yeah. Well, they just updated a few things last week, which has made it even easier to use. So
that's good.
Yeah. And I've kind of maxed out what I can do with my account, which was my goal. But I'm like, should I go up? Like, what should I do? So we shall see.
Yeah, that's always the hard thing, is like determining the ROI on things before you can go up to the next level.
Yeah. And so the levels, like it's either 200 or like unlimited. So I'm like, unlimited would be so nice, but like, when do I make the leap? And then what am I going to feel I need to do if I have unlimited? And how do I make the appropriate?
Yeah, what kind of dedication are you going to have to put into it?
Yeah.
What about you, Sam?
Thank you, Christy. I am working on some products for, I guess you could say it's for both sides, the collective and travel. So I'll give you a hint, and it's not going to be a good hint, but it's what I've got. And you're not even going to be able to see it, but
it's going to be like, here's a piece of paper. Oh, wow. That looks so great.
Isn't it amazing? And I'll give you this hint.
Shiny.
This is the hint.
Ooh.
And that's the only hint. Right? Exactly.
Very distinguished.
Mm-hmm. So I'm working on that. Mm-hmm.
What a sneak peek.
I know. You heard it here first. Full words.
Yeah, that was an experience.
It always is when you're with Svetlana.
Mm-hmm. And Giraffe. And Christy too.
And Christy too.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Well, with that, we have come to our 15 minutes. And we must be getting on those goals that we just talked about.
creating them, working on them.
Doing that thing that we
All the
talked
above.
about.
What are you doing today? Things, all the things.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Exactly. No.
Work.
Thank you, Rihanna. And with that, we will see you on Monday at 8:30 a.m. Bye.
Have a great day, y'all.